All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. It's 9 a.m. And listen, let me regroup here. Kids, Santa is coming, or whatever you believe in, the Grinch, whoever the hell brings your toys or goodies or whatever on a sleigh, reindeer, coyotes, whatever the hell's pulling it, whatever you believe in, it's going to happen. Now, I said Christmas fear, and I thought during the break I may have scared the hell out of the kids. But I don't know. If I did, then I'm actually okay with that. I need to regroup here because you need to be in fear. Think about how history is going to be written. We need to talk about that on some other level at a different time. Now, impeachment. They want a 30-second commercial. And who said that? I said that early on. I said, look, they want a 30-second commercial. They want a commercial. I have been yelling that at the top of my lungs, right? For how long? Let me find. There it is, number 14. So last night, Republican from Georgia, ranking member, Judiciary Committee, Representative Doug Collins, you don't have a candidate that can win. You know you're in deep doo-doo. And all you want to do is have a commercial. I said that. They can't win, folks. They want a commercial. Remember, the word that I have stuck with is unchecked. Unchecked. Left unchecked. Left alone. What will he do? If the first term, which has some limitations because the Democrats are keeping him in check, and if the first term has some limitations because the president won't do this, that, or the other because he wants to get reelected, then in the second term with nothing to lose and unchecked and a impeached president, what will he do? They can't beat none of the candidates. Biden is out there saying he may run only one term, make a commitment. He is mad because it's out. Who said that? I did. That Biden will pick a vice presidential candidate to run with him and promise this is your next president. Biden wants 4 years. This will be part of his strategy just to get it straightened back out. He knows how to turn it around. He knows how to get back in the Paris Climate Accord. He knows how to drop a pallet of money for the Iranians. He knows how to switch from sending actual aid for Ukraine for military weapons than blankets and teddy bears or whatever they were saying. He knows how to get back in the good graces and sell America out, and he can do that in 4 years and then turn it over to X. So whoever is his vice presidential running mate is who he wants to give the golden key to. Now, my prediction also, I will go one step further. He is not a one-term president. He will resign in about just shy of about 2 months of finishing 3 years. So the vice president we will actually see as the acting president, so we can make it, if he was to get elected, make a decision on, hey, it's hard to beat an incumbent. That's why they do it all the time. Senators, all the above, it's hard to beat an incumbent. So that's just saying. So Doug Collins says, hey, you can't beat Donald Trump. You want a commercial. You want a 30-second commercial. They do. They want to run, will you vote for a president that has been impeached? To be first time. If by next Thursday the House votes, okay, if by next Thursday the House votes to impeach the President of the United States, it'll be the first time in history that the American people will be asked if they want to elect and vote for an impeached president for the second term. Nixon left, second term, didn't get impeached, left. Okay? Johnson, was it Johnson, the first guy? I forget off the top of my head. And Bill Clinton was second term. So they think the only thing they have is the opportunity to say, we impeached him, and you're going to let him back in? We'll do it again. Can they do it twice? Absolutely. They don't have to stop. And then you got, number 2, Jim Jordan, Coastal Impeachment Squad. I love the way they put, this is why we have an electoral college. I love the way they put this up. Okay? You see where they're from? California, whack jobs, New York. Jim Jordan said, look, they don't care about, they hate us. They hate you out in Ohio and Kansas and Iowa and Texas and Tennessee. It's 36, 34, whatever. That's who they don't like. That's who they hate. Okay. Number 6. This is what's happening. There's 435 members of, not Congress, the House of Representatives. There's 535 members of Congress because there's 100 senators. So there's 435 members of the House. 218 is a majority. The Democrats at this time have 235. They would have to lose 18 seats for the Republicans to get majority. Democrats have 31 districts that Trump won in 2016. So there are 31 districts in the country that are represented by Democrats that Trump won their district in 2016. These 31 Democrats are in a quandary. Okay? Republicans got to pick up 18. They got to hold the number they have, and they got to pick up 18. It's going to be tough because just right here in Georgia, we've got the 14th, the 6th we would like to pick up. Oh, God, even if it's Karen Handel. Oh. Whew. So anyhow, Republicans want to pick up 18 out of those districts. Here's the thing, folks. Democrats will run cover today. You see, there's 31, okay? They could lose 16, all right? And we'll talk about that in a minute. They could lose 16, still have the majority. So Nancy's going to see who she doesn't care to keep. Nancy's going to ask for the ultimate sacrifice out of some of them. She's not going to let all 31 vote against impeachment. They're nervous, all right? Nancy has some of them in the office saying, look, you're going to vote yes on impeachment. I don't care if it causes you not to get reelected. I can get you a good job somewhere. It's going to pay real well, but here is your slip. Your time's up. Vote yes on impeachment, knowing they will lose their district. Now, there's a lot of talk about Democrats in these districts that want to go for censure. There's a lot of talk about Democrats in these districts that want to go for, hey, you know what? We'll vote for one article and not the other. And there's headlines. Everything the media does is it's set up to look a certain way. All right? So there's headlines. Nancy prepares for Democrats to defect. Okay? What they're doing is they're counting the votes. Okay? Counting the votes. Seeing who they really want to keep. Seeing who they don't care to go home. And making sure they have 218 votes today. Okay? They will have a majority vote today. And they're going to see which ones they can do without. We'll talk about some of those when we return, but pay attention to those numbers right there. And don't get caught up in the hype of how many that Nancy's going to let vote no on impeachment and think it's a bipartisan vote. Take us to break.